Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Portia and I am a Ghanaian student living in Japan. Today, I would like to share with you some of my experiences in Japan, the shocks, the unexpected, and those ones, you got me. So I have them listed out in my book and I would like to go through with you to see Japan through my lens, to see Japan from my perspective. This is my first ever YouTube video that I have created. And to support me on this journey, please subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification button so that when I post another video, you will be notified. So let's get into it. The first thing is that the people in Japan mind their business. Even if it looks obvious that you need help, until you ask, nobody invades your life, nobody invades your privacy. That's how people mind their business here. It's quite serious because as a Ghanaian, sometimes when you see someone who is obviously in distress, who is obviously needing help, you approach the person, especially if the person looks foreign. You approach the person and ask, hey, do you need help? Can I help you? That is not how it works in Japan. Until you ask, you're okay. But if you ask, you will be surprised at the number of people who are willing to go out of their way to assist you. You can imagine me on my first night here in Japan. I was in distress, language barrier, everything. Everywhere looked so busy in Osaka. And I'm like, what's going to happen? I thought someone would just come to me and ask me, hey lady, you look new. Do you need help? I was disappointed. Yeah, I was. And that is how I got to understand that people mind their business. They don't invite themselves where they are not invited. The second one is that foreigners try to speak Japanese and then Japanese trying to speak English when the two groups come together. So especially when you bump into someone while walking and you're like, sumimasen, to the Japanese to express your how sorry you are. And the Japanese is like, oh, sorry. At a point, I'm like, wait a minute, let me think about this. I'm trying to speak Japanese so that you know that, okay, I'm in your country and then you understand me. But no, they're also trying to speak English to you so that you can also understand them. So everybody is thinking about the other person. I mean, that's cute. I like that. But every time I get surprised and it's funny. And because of the language barrier, even directions with hand gestures become so difficult to understand. Why on my first day after my night in Japan that I had to go to the city where my school was, we got to the train station. I was with a Kenyan friend. We got to the train station and we asked the security which train was ours because we found it difficult even buying tickets. So we got assistance there and then we asked which train is going, where we are going. And the man is trying to direct us with his hand. But imagine, I only know you go left and then you go straight and the person is using one hand to give this direction. The person is doing Migi, Hidari, like we almost missed our train. So we were running all through. So this language barrier is very difficult. So if you ever plan to come to Japan, make sure that when you get here, you're going to learn at least conversational Japanese because it's going to help you. Obviously, like I'm not even kidding. It's going to help you a lot. And then the fourth one is that paperwork in Japanese. Did I say in Japanese? Paperwork in Japan. Every little thing involves so much paperwork that if you're not careful, you'll be like, no, this is too much. I'm not supposed to do this. No, you have to. You have to. That is Japan for you. And you won't imagine the number of cards I have here for different things. It's crazy. But yeah, as I said, that is Japan. Also, this thing still surprises me up till now because on a bus or on a train, you will find people standing even though there are empty seats beside other people. Kindly, if you know why Japanese do that, please tell me in the comment section because I want to know. But you know, as for me, as a Trotsky girl, someone who has been picking commercial buses, we don't leave space. No. Until the bus is full, the driver is not even leaving. So whenever I get to pick a train or a bus and I find the empty seats, I'm like, what's going on? Are we not supposed to sit down? Are we supposed to stand? And mind you, on my first day when I encountered that, I stood. I did not sit because I thought it was a thing. Until I realized that no, this is how people are. They don't like to sit, even if there is space beside someone else. But for me, I'm squeezing myself to get comfort. Hello, I'm not riding on this bus or train if there is a space. No, I will sit down. So obviously, I always sit down. And also, Japanese people are very polite. Of course, Ghanaians, we are very polite with our please because the Ghanaian will say, please, good morning. Please, how are you? Please, have you eaten? Please, where did you go? Yeah, we are polite with our please. And so are Japanese. I promise you, you will not go a day outside if you're not staying at one place without hearing about 5 to 10 sumimasen, arigatou gozaimasu, sumimasen, arigatou gozaimasu. And then the bowing, which I'm not still used to because sometimes I say arigatou gozaimasu and I'm standing and then later I realize, no, you're in Japan, you have to bow. It always catches me off guard. So Japanese people are very polite and they are so kind, very, very kind. And this part is part of my trauma list because the Japanese have this unwritten rule of it cannot be repaired if not purchased in Japan. And that is how I gave up on my laptop when water unfortunately got into it because I was running in the repair shops around my city on my bicycle all the time. And then they tell me, contact the manufacturer. How am I going to contact the manufacturer of HP? From where? How? But then that is another way of telling you, you did not buy it here, so you have to repair it where you bought it from. That thing, I cried, but now I have come to understand that that is how some parts of Japan are. So we live with it. So I had to buy a new laptop. It wasn't an easy money, but I needed to because I needed the laptop. And then the last one for today, it can get very lonely in Japan. Very lonely. Don't get me wrong on this one. I don't mean people are not here. There are lots of people here. Even people from your country are here. But the system is designed in a way that people are busy even without knowing. People are always busy, always occupied. So the time that you think you are free and you would like to hang out with another person, that person is busy. So it can be very lonely. But with time, you get used to it and maybe you would think being alone is the best thing. But I'm still a Ghanaian. I'm not able to settle in, but I'm trying. I'll get there. Yeah, I'll get there. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching up to this point. As I said, this is my first ever YouTube video that I have created. And to support me on this journey, please subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification button so that when I post another video, you will be notified. And I'll be glad if you join me through this journey all through because as I have started, I need your support to get there. I need your support to reach other audience. So please subscribe. Please. Let's explore life in Japan as a foreigner, student life, everything outside the box, inside the box, everything together. Once again, my name is Portia, and this is the Aura Portia because there is aura in everything you do. Bye.